full of protein. So yummy.
Plant-based vegan meal prep video.
Baby straight in. Breakfast muffins. They are gorgeous.
Snack recipes, breakfast recipes.
Quick budget taco mix. Veggie fritters.
Hi lovely people, welcome to this weekend's new plant-based vegan meal prep video. I love to batch cook on a weekend. It keeps me eating healthy vegan plant-based food all week long, not grabbing something naughty. Today I'm sharing some quick and simple batch make recipes, ideal for breakfasts, for snacking, for lunch boxes, and some evening dinner prep too. All of today's recipes are delicious, quick and nutritious with plenty of protein. Ideal for staying in shape and should make your plant-based eating this week a lot easier. If you enjoyed today's video or plan to make any of my recipes, please do hit that like button, subscribe, turn your notifications on. Every weekend I'm bringing out new plant-based vegan recipe videos.
Recipe we're making today is my veggie fritters. They are so yummy, they're really quick to make, they're nutritious, 100% healthy, and they're packed full of protein. These are great for breakfast, ideal in lunch boxes and snacks. I think little ones would love these too. Could even be a great party food.
I love potatoes. They are cheap, versatile, nutritious. They've protein, antioxidants, plenty of potassium, fibre, vitamin C and B6. And they are great to stick ingredients together. Garlic is a fantastic natural flavour booster, packed with antioxidant, really good for you. It's still used as a natural antibiotic in many cultures. To make my fritters, I add to a pan of boiling water 1 kilogram of peeled chopped potatoes, 3/4 of a bulb of garlic, plenty of pink salt. I always add turmeric to potatoes. It's incredibly good for you, look into it. I boil my potatoes and garlic till they fall apart easily with a fork.
I'm using 500 grams of frozen veg. Frozen veg is so fresh, it's already chopped, so it's really handy. I really like sweet corn and peas and they're high in protein, and spinach, I love to get those leafy greens in. And then I've got a mixed bag. Use any frozen veggies you like. The best way to make veg really tasty is to fry it up. Now this pan's a really good quality pan, so I don't need any oil. I am going to add a smidge of this red Thai curry paste, totally optional. I just love this flavour right now. And some garlic puree, gorgeous.
My pan's on high heat. I stir the veg regularly to make sure it doesn't burn or stick.
I'm going to use half a tube of garlic puree, a tablespoon of curry paste, and I'm just going to cook these up until they're nice and dry.
Be sure to separate the spinach well.
Something I prep every single week are beans. I always soak 1 kilogram or 2 kilograms of black-eyed beans or black beans, haricot beans, kidney beans, normally chickpeas, giant beans. For me, they're super cheap to buy dried. I soak them, boil them, and have them ready in the fridge. They are so handy to go into soups, curries, wraps, snack on them, make dips from them, and actually really nice to snack on like this. We're going to use them in quite a few recipes today. We're going to throw them into the veggie fritters this morning because they're full of protein.
I'm adding 200 grams of my black-eyed beans to my veggies to make them super tasty too, and a little pink salt. This veg will be dry enough for the fritters in about 10 minutes from frozen. Mash the potatoes and garlic till they're really smooth and mixed really well. Remove the ginger fur baby boo-boo who thinks the mashed potato smells pawsome, and place him back on his sofa. The potato's tough to mash without plant milk, but it's the best consistency to add the veg to. Make the balls, keep the shape and air fry, especially if you freeze the balls.
Be sure to mash your potatoes and your garlic really well. You don't want anyone to find whole cloves of garlic in there. And be sure that your veggie mix is really quite dry. You've dried it out on the stove top nicely. We're going to mix these together, but first we better taste test. That is such yummy mash, lovely. And then these veggies, so flavoursome. Right, let's mix these up and make our balls.
In a large mixing bowl, I'm mixing the potatoes and veg. The quantity 1 kilogram of potatoes with 700 grams of veg and beans works perfectly to make balls that will stick and hold together and freeze great. Today I'm making 2 flavours of veggie fritter balls. I'm making my favourite, which is a little cheesy, with 2 or 3 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, and the other I'm making a little spicy, with 2 teaspoons of my favourite mixed curry powder from Lidl and 2 teaspoons of paprika. These are our favourite flavours. What are your favourite herbs and spices? Time to ball up my golf-sized veggie fritter balls. The balls are easiest made with really clean hands, so if my hands get a little sticky with mashed potato, I go wash them and then start balling again. I'm making 50 to 60 veggie balls here, some for the fridge and some for the freezer for next week.
I've preheated the air fryer to 200 degrees centigrade. Now I'm going to put some of these babies straight in for 10 to 15 minutes.
Tip: if these are defrosted veggie balls, don't shake your basket in your air fryer for the first 10 minutes. I'm air frying some veggie fritter balls now so they're ready to eat, and the rest I'm tubbing for the fridge and the freezer. I hope these are a handy snack for you for lunchboxes, snacks, picnics, party food, and effortless, just throw it in the air fryer style breakfasts. If you're enjoying today's video or have learned anything from today's video, please do hit that thumbs up and subscribe with your notifications turned on for new plant-based vegan meals every weekend. I normally share what I eat in a day videos with easy recipes, meal prep and batch make recipes. Last week was a special Valentine's Day video with a mocktail, avocado sharing salsa and a super yummy vegan chocolate brownie cake.
They are so good, you're going to want to make these all the time.
They're certainly both delicious.
Next I'm making my yummy, healthy, plant-based breakfast muffins. They are choc, fruit and nut, banana oat muffins. They are packed full of superfoods, protein, nutrition. They are so good for you, and they're gluten-free, refined sugar-free and dairy-free. They are so delicious. They make my life so much easier. They'd be great in lunch boxes. They're great snacks to leave lying around, and they're really healthy.
I love grab and go breakfasts. I often eat my breakfast in front of my laptop. These moist, yummy muffins are ideal. I love them as something sweet after dinner too. My ingredients are all measured. I'm smashing up my hazelnuts in my pestle and mortar, preparing my banana. My chia egg is half a cup chia, 1.5 cups water. It's good to let the chia egg mix set for 10 to 15 minutes, and I'm mashing up a banana. Let's add the dry ingredients. 1 cup of oats, half a cup of oat flour, half a cup of coconut flour, 3/4 cup of sultanas, 2 tablespoons of goji berries and half a cup of smashed hazelnuts, 3/4 of a cup of vegan chocolate chips, 3 tablespoons of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Once my dry ingredients are mixed, I can add the wet. I'm pouring my half cup of maple syrup into my half cup of peanut butter and mixing them together. This makes sure the peanut butter mixes evenly and won't clump in the mixture. Add my 2 mashed bananas, my chia egg mix. These ingredients are fantastic binders. Mix until all ingredients are spread evenly. This mix makes 12 good-sized, delicious muffins. All these ingredients have nutritional benefits. We've got vitamins and minerals, protein, superfoods, antioxidants, and healthy fats. But of course, even though maple syrup and bananas and sultanas are natural with many vitamins and minerals, they are still high in sugar. And vegan chocolate chips are not healthy. They may have some nutritional value. Peanuts, peanut butter, of course, are high in protein, fabulous, but they're also high in fat. So sure, these muffins are super nutritional and healthy and packed full of protein, but just be aware if you're on a weight loss journey, eat them in moderation. I added my muffins to my preheated oven at 200 degrees centigrade for 15 minutes, which is perfect in my oven, but I do always toothpick test for my desired moistness.
Honestly, they are so good. You've got to try them.
I let them cool and tub them up. If you're enjoying today's video, please do hit that thumbs up and subscribe with your notifications turned on if you're new. Next, I'm making a super speedy, high protein, black-eyed bean dip. We'll eat this with fresh veg and pita bread, in wraps and in poke bowls, and we'll put some in the freezer. I'm using 500 grams of my black-eyed beans. Making a tasty bean dip is easy. Experiment with your favourite flavours and quantities of ingredients to your taste. Today I'm using 5 tablespoons of lemon juice. I love the flavour of lemons, and they're great to preserve the life of the dip. They've got soluble dietary fibre, which aids in digestion, and lots of vitamin C. In this dip, I'm using 5 tablespoons of lemon juice. I'm a garlic lover. I love the flavour. It also helps keep food fresh for longer. I'm crushing 4 cloves of garlic for this dip. Hot pepper sauces vary massively in spiciness. For this hot pepper sauce, I'm using 6 teaspoons. Taste testing is definitely needed when adding hot pepper sauce, and 3 tablespoons of water gives this dip the perfect consistency. Pink salt to taste, and blend until nice and smooth. I love to use my hand blender. I find it so much easier for dips to stir and blend at the same time. Lovely, I've now got a super healthy, high protein, nutritious dip. Time to tub it, label it, fridge it, and freeze it. I like to prep some fresh veg at the same time I make my dips. This makes sure I snack on something healthy and don't grab the pita bread. I'm due to shop, so my only fresh dipping veg right now is carrot and cucumber, which I love, and they're lovely and fresh. Both are packed with a variety of nutrients. Carrots are particularly good for bone health. I chop them perfect shape for dipping, tap them up, and get them in the fridge. They'll stay fresh for days.
The final dish I'm batching today is my quick budget taco mix. It's 100% healthy, it is so tasty, nutritious and very high in protein. And it's going to be so handy for evening dinners this week. I'll use it in tacos, nacho sharing plates, wraps, and I'll freeze some for next week.
I love to use dry soya mince TVP in recipes. It is incredibly cheap and very high in protein. Sometimes my island sells out a frozen vegan mince, and it's so much more expensive, but I can always find organic TVP. In this recipe, I think it works great, and did I say it's incredibly cheap? This 300 grams I buy for €1.30, so about £1 English, and this will make 3 to 6 dinners for the 2 of us, depending on whether we use it in nachos, tacos, or wraps. I love the texture of cauliflower in this taco mince, so I break up 300 grams of cauliflower into very small florets. Well-cooked cauliflower is the easiest for anyone with tummy problems to digest. The texture and flavour of bell pepper is fantastic in this taco mix. I dice up the equivalent of 1 pepper. As I said earlier, I need to go shopping. I minced a bulb of garlic, and I weighed out 200 grams of my black-eyed beans for protein and a variety of texture. Dice 1 good-sized onion. My taco spice blend is 4 teaspoons of chili flakes, 3 teaspoons of turmeric, 3 teaspoons of oregano, 3 teaspoons of coriander, 1 teaspoon of cumin, and 6 teaspoons of paprika. This recipe is 100% oil-free. I haven't added oil to any recipes today. Instead, I add a tablespoon of water every time the mixture gets a little stick to the pan. I fry up my onion for a couple of minutes and then add my cauliflower. As I say, I like my cauliflower really quite well cooked, and these two take the longest. If you're enjoying today's video, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe for weekly plant-based vegan recipes. After 4 or 5 minutes total cook time, I add my minced garlic, mix in, then my spice blend, mix that well, making sure it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan, add my chopped bell pepper, and a tablespoon of water to stop the spices sticking to the pan. Once my peppers have had a minute of cooking time, I add 2 tins of chopped tomatoes. I prefer to use fresh, but I use tinned occasionally for speed or when I don't have enough fresh in, like today. Add my beans so they get all tasty, and pink salt to taste. I like to start my dishes in my small frying pan because my hob's not ideal for my huge pan, but when I batch cook, my lovely big pan is always necessary. Now the sauce is delicious and the pan's upgraded, I add the TVP, which will soak in all the lovely juices. Add my carton of 500 millilitres of tomato passata, 1.5 tubes of concentrated tomato puree, a little more pink salt to taste, and let it cook for 5 to 10 minutes until the dryness you like. Now it's fabulously delicious and cooked. I let it cool on the side and then tub it, fridge it and freeze it. I hope today's video has been helpful. You make one of today's recipes and it makes your life a little easier, healthier and tastier. Be sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe for new plant-based vegan recipes each weekend. Next video will be an easy weekday, plant-based vegan what I eat in a day. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you have a lovely week. Bye!